Progress on my crochet project. This is what I'm making. The Blocky Man from Minecraft. This is the yarn that I'm using, Scheepjes Soft Fun. That's for the skin tone. We have a pair of arms. I'm making it in order of the pattern. I've done the arms, done the feet, and the legs were individual, and then you attach the legs, and I'm about to work out on its top. Hey. I'm not very bad at marking my progress, so I'm trying to make a conscious effort to capture some moments. And this is a shawl that I'm currently working on. I've got this beautiful, beautiful like lace pattern. So I've completed like the first leaf, and now I'm going up into the second and final leaf. So I thought I would just capture this here. Oh my word, it's just beautiful, beautiful. Hello and good afternoon. Good afternoon, can you believe? It's less than a fortnight from when I last filmed. So it's Wednesday, oh crumbs, I don't know what it is. Wednesday something, 12th, 13th, 15th? 15th, yes. Oh, washed my hair for you this morning. Good morning, welcome, wherever you are. I think this is going up Friday or Saturday, 15th, 16th, 17th or 18th of July. So welcome. I'd just like to say thank you very much for welcoming me back and making me so welcome and leaving me such lovely messages and being so proud of me. The fact that I completed my Alpine Bloom jumper. It's still hanging on the wardrobe. I've got to have it up to admire it for a little while. So welcome one and all. Welcome to the usual gang that tune in and come to watch, and welcome to a good few new subscribers. So thank you so much, and come on in and sit on the couch, have a cup of tea or beverage of your choice, whatever time of day or wherever you are in the world. Well, I'm going to be a typical British podcaster. The weather has been like, in fact, I can't do my knitting, I can't do my crochet. I'm like, oh my word, what do I do? I didn't think I had much to show you, and I was going to wait, and I've kind of got, I feel like enough for 2 podcasts. So I hope I don't talk too quick, and I'll try and run through and share with you what I've been making. One object I finished in May, and it was for Bonnie, my one and only granddaughter, and it's been sitting on my desk because I thought, I need to shut my podcast before she can have it, and it didn't get round, and it was too jam-packed last time, so I thought, right, I'll do it today, share it, and then I can give it to her tomorrow. I'm having a bit of a crochet love fest over here. Now, before I go on, anybody that is new, I should perhaps introduce myself. My name is Karen. I live in the northwest of England with my husband. We're empty nesters, and we are very lucky that all our children are married, have partners. They're all very happy, healthy, secure, everything you could wish for, and they all have beautiful children. So we have 6 grandchildren between the 3 of our children, and they are lovely. So we have 5 boys and 1 girl. So she's just turned 3, and they range from 22 months up until on the cusp of 13. Oh my word! And we have 4 Jack Russells. We used to have 5, but we have 4. That still doesn't roll off the tongue. What do I like to knit? I like to crochet. I like to do a bit of sewing. I like to do a bit of quilting. And I'm dabbling in a bit of cross stitch. So when I've got something of substance to show you, I will share that. So yes, I'm currently on summer holidays. This week is like they're finishing school. I finished Girls Brigade, so next week is my real full first week. What have I done this week? well, I went to church on Sunday and I witnessed a christening, an adult, well, I don't say adult christening, a full immersion. It was amazing. It was so emotional. I didn't know the lady. I knew her by sight. Her children go to the school next door. Oh my word, it was just so lovely, such a joyous occasion. So that started the week off at sort of like this. And then see my mum this week, so she's good. She's coping with the heat. And what else have we done? Oh, I went to Girls Brigade officers' meal and old girls. We're all called girls. And that was lovely. A beautiful spread was put on. You know what? It was just lovely that we weren't planning to meet and plan for anything. It was just about us, and obviously there was reminiscent stories and things, and we just said how wonderful it was. The week before we'd been bowling with them, but it was nice, and we were looking forward to having some time off before we go back in September. So yes, that was lovely. So today is I'm car serviced, and we've taken it. It normally goes back to the, I don't know, whoever is it the manufacturer, whatever their brand is, I don't know. And they did some. I wasn't very happy with the service last year. They upset me, and didn't say sorry, and didn't resolve the situation. So I refused to take it back, but it needed an MOT. So we went and we used a local garage. Oh my word, they were brilliant. They were really lovely, and they saved us about £800 in money. So yes, they're having our business, and good that it's a local business, which I'm really happy with. So so that's where we are. So let's get started, shall we? I'm going to start with a bit of crochet, I think, this time. So the finished object is the lovely dolly. I don't even know what she's called. Oh, that was a bit silly. I didn't look it up. But it's by Emma Varnum, who is like a crochet queen. And she's released a pattern, and there's 3 crochet dolls. Jeanette had, from Crafty Creations, she made one to take with her earlier in the year. I had the pattern, and when we went, I bought the bits that I needed. So do you want to see it? And I've made her for bonnet, and my granddaughter has got the most marvellous red hair. Bright red it is, and she's got the temper and attitude to match it as well. Oh my word, look at her. Isn't she beautiful? She's been standing up on my in tray. Oh, I just love her. Absolutely love her. And the pattern was fantastic. Really well written, really put together, and it flowed, and it was lovely. So I am definitely going to be making another one, and I cannot wait to gift this to Bonnie and to see what her reaction is, to see if she perhaps thinks that she looks like her. She's really lovely, really lovely. So I made her in Scheepjes Soft Fun. So these are the colours, and they didn't have a pink, so I chose Stonewash. And I can't remember what the needle says. I think I used a 4. Got no hook in here, and I don't know where my pattern is. I normally write all over my patterns. So much how much I've got. I'll weigh this, what I've got left, and I'll let you know in the description. So this is what I used for her skin tone. Bonnie's very fair, as all redheads are. And then this one's Soft Fun. This is Tawny. That's Tawny. The blue for her jumper, just light blue, and the red for her stockings, leggings. Is called Realger, Realgar. And then for her hair, I did purchase the Rowan Tweed Haze, and I bought this because the hair was everything, and it just matched Bonnie's hair, and she often has her hair up in like bunches and everything. So yes, and I put eyes on. I think, I'm not sure whether I sewed them in or they're the ones you clip on, but they are secure. They are secure, and I'm hoping that she'll just keep it here. But we'll see what her reaction is. Right, let me just put this down. So that's my finished crochet object. My finished knitting object is a pair of socks, pair of vanilla socks. I'm on a vanilla kick for some reason, and I am working through. I'm looking for my yarn. Just bear with me. Oh, back again. It was just on the side. I was looking in the wrong place. So this is a beautiful skein of yarn that I bought in Blackpool. So I'm working my way through that, and it's by Attic Spin Dye, and it's called Blackpool Rock. And they had a pair knitted up, and that's why I chose them. And you'll never guess what colour they are. Ta-da! My very first pair of fluorescent socks. Oh my word. Look at those. Aren't they beautiful? And I've just knitted them in. I've just knitted one sock and then started again. Look at that. And they match, kind of, yeah. Sisters, but not twins, but very lovely. When I met up with Jeanette a couple of weeks ago at Black Sheep Walls, when I got my socks out, I couldn't stop laughing because I just don't knit with this kind of colourway. But I said to her, oh, just look at that. Just look at that. I am hooked. You know, when you make something, you can't stop smiling. That's what this project was. So there's 42 grams left. So I'll put them in my basket, and I would definitely cast on another pair. So a pair of shorties, I think, if I just find something to complement the heels and toes, maybe the cuff, I'll be away. Right, I might just keep stopping. Right. The second item, I'm going to go on to works in progress now, and it's a pattern by Under the Olive Tree, and it's the Gazania shawl, and this is what it looks like. Look at that lace. Oh my word. Just put this down here. Make sure I don't drop anything. So last time when we were together, I shared with you that I'd finished all the stocking stitch on the shawl, which it was all like from pulled up. And the yarn I'm using is, I don't have the tag, but the dyer is Squirrel and Dune, who I've met and I know, and she's lovely, and she just does the most amazing yarn. I can't remember. So this was this. And it's to go with a dress. It's got pink in there. I don't know whether it's showing it completely. Yeah, you can see the pink there. And in my dress, I really love it. And whenever I wear it, I always get a compliment, which is really nice, isn't it? And I want to try and make some things that will go complement my wardrobe. So I want, it has some gold, but it's like an antique gold. And when I was at the show, Blackpool show, oh, that's very odd. Just, that's very odd. I can't find the skein of yarn. Oh my word, this is what the podcast is going to be called. I can't find. I met this new dye. I'll put it on the screen. So this is the antique gold that I've added to the lace. Look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? Really lovely. And I don't know what she has washed her yarn in, but oh my word, the yarn fumes are absolutely delicious, and every so often I just get a waft. Now I would like to say I have laboured over this lace, laboured over it with the 2 heat waves that we have had. I think I have about 8 rows to go. You know, when you're knitting something and you're thinking, I'm going to keep knitting this because I'm really enjoying it. I don't care what the weather's like. I don't care if it's too hot, too not knit this. I don't care if my husband wants to go to bed. Well, I've got hours in me to keep knitting. So here we go. You ready? It is all scrunched up, but hopefully you'll get a flavour of it. All right, let's just pull it out a bit more and just see if you can see. Let me just stand up a bit. Can you see? So I have what was left. This is the pattern of the flower. I'm still not 100% convinced that this has come out correct, but I'm hoping in the blocking it will bloom and show itself to me. And then look at the lace. Oh my word. Just love it. Just love it. I cannot wait. Whilst I can't wait to finish it, but block it. You know, you block lace and it just blooms and reveals its wonder. That's what I want to do. So, beautiful pattern. My daughter's made about 3 of her shawls. Certainly recommend it. And I've got a couple printed off that I want to have a go. And one has got beads in it. So, yes, I don't think that... yeah, I'm going to get some more on that, and hopefully it will be done Friday or Saturday. So next time I'll be able to wear my dress and show you. Then what else was I going to share with you? Oh, have I got the pattern? Yes. I think I write all over my patterns. The Pressed Flower Shawl by Savoury Knitting, and it's huge. I think there's like a hat and mittens and a jumper. Is it a jumper? Cardigan. So that caught my eye. It was when I went to Modern Yarn in Formby. I think Michaela was making is it the kerchief? The cowl. I thought, oh, I need to, just have a go. And I have found, let's just get it out of this basket. I have found since I've been podcasting and really started, knitting, that I don't allow myself the time to play with things. So I thought, right, okay, I'm just going to play and just see. And I think I did show you this. And this was out of my stash, which is very good. And that I'd started. And this is Sublime Merino. It was already one project and I undid it, put it away, and got this out. And I'm like, yes, no, I don't think so. So I like the design and everything. So I went back to my stash and I thought, oh, that's that gold, and it's Lottie Knits, and it's called Cinnamon, and it's a glow singles. It's 480 metres, so it's 120 grams skein, superwash merino, 65% superwash merino, 20% silk, 15% yak. Oh my word, it's delicious, and I am definitely going to be buying some more. Let me just throw that over there, at least I know it's together. So, going back to the Pressed Flower Shawl. I went back in my stash, and I've chosen these 2 colours. I think I needed something that really needed to be pop. And I had earmarked this blue maybe for a Whitmore, but I thought, no, let's give it a go. So I got that out. This is how far I've got. And I think once I finish this shawl, this is going to be my new obsession. Ta-da! I'm worried I'm going to lose my balls off the end. Oh my word, look at that. It's really pretty. Once you get started, it's dead simple. Dead simple. So you start and you have the, I call it the spine in the middle. I made a shawl a couple of years ago, might have been in lockdown, and it was with the bees and it had something very similar. But I think you started bottom, it was bottom up. and this is top down. So I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let me just put that over there. Let's put this in there. So yes, that's my new obsession, my new knit. Oh yes, I have one more thing on my, yeah. So I have a knitted project. In progress, and it was quite by accident. I went to Modern Yarn in Formby for Knitting Public Day, and I still wasn't feeling ugh. I think it's just the fact that everything that's going on in the world, and I try not to talk about it on here, or really talk about it too much because it just brings me down. But so I got some therapy. I went to the yarn shop. So Michaela was knitting again, or no, she was wearing. I just want to be a twin. That's what I want to be. So it's a free pattern on her website. So go to Modern Yarn and click on the patterns, and she has this website. She has this pattern. So the pattern's called Concept, and it's by Katia, and is it Wabi Sabi? But she didn't use that yarn. So it's just a dead simple tee. There is a bit of detail on the sleeves, but I haven't knitted it. I've just knitted it plain. And I signed up for class. So Michaela has taught Laura and I to knit top down, and I just wanted some clarification, reinforcement, a bit of hand holding, and she was great. So she's used this yarn, which you can purchase from her shop, and it doesn't have a number. It doesn't have a name. That's its number. So it's 100% cotton. Oh, 100% microfiber acrylic. I'll show you what it looks like. What colour do you want? I said, I don't know. And there was like a sunset kind of one, sandy sunset. Oh, it's beautiful, like oranges and like the colour of sand and sort of like a raspberry, I think. Oh, beautiful. But I was like, oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm going to be the same as you. It's going to be the same as you. So this is what it looks like in the ball. Can you see it? It's a bit metallic. So that's the ball. Oh my word! Oh my word! So we've had two lessons, and that was it. It was to start off and to split for the sleeves and then the underarm. And there's a lot of, I don't know, controversy. Is that the right word? How you do it, how it all comes together. So I wanted the mystery simplified. Oh, and I was supposed to put this on a needle. Now I've learned as well that I think I'm a bit of a loose knitter with cotton. I was knitting on this morning, so I learned a new cast on. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to find out. I think Michaela showed me, but I don't think it's even she's used a proper name. Right, let's see if I've got it. I've just got my needles everywhere. I should have put it on waist yarn. I put it on a needle. So it just keeps stabbing the work. Right, are we ready? Oh my word, look at this. This reminds me a bit like ice cream. They are summer colours, aren't they? Really beautiful, really beautiful. One good thing about going to a class is that you get lots of opportunity to ask different questions, to look at people's work. And I'm fine with my work. If somebody I perceive they are better than me, I'm not bothered. But one thing. I was just a bit worried that it was a bit sort of loosey-goosey. So I could perhaps put it on a, if I was going to knit the skein, a smaller needle. And maybe that would be, it could be that it's the texture. I'm using the Likey needles. I really like this. It's a wooden needle. But yes, I'll split it for the sleeves. And it has this beautiful eyelet detail down the sleeve, which is really lovely. And then I think I just carry on and just do the rib on that, and it's finished. But I'll try it on first and I'll see what I think, because I think my arms are okay. I'm not bothered by that, but I'm very fair. So if I stand outside, I can catch the sun quite easily. And I would have thought, as I have become older, my skin, what's the right expression, might have toughened up a bit. So I've got to do 9 inches, I think, and that's where I am. So that's about 3, isn't it? And then I'll try it on, see, and then I'll put a rib on. But yes, I should be able to get that done and get that worn for the summer. So I'm very happy with that, and I'm really pleased I went to the class, even though, like Michaela was saying, you're fine, you've just knitted your bloom. And I'm like, no, I want to have a go, and I like to reinforce my knowledge. So I feel now that, yes, I'm okay. And it has a different underarm construction than the bloom. The bloom you just knit up, put your sleeve on, and work your sleeve. This one, you knit your sleeve, but you leave that join, and then you bring the two together, which for a person, if you have a fuller bust, just gives you that little bit more room. That's what Michaela said, so I'm trusting Michaela. So that's that. I'm working on. Yeah, I've got 3 projects that I'm working on at the moment. Oh, and then another one is like a surprise project. Let's have a look. Oh, that's my MOT. It's just remind me that I put it over there. So this one came out of the blue. It's Alfred's birthday next week. And this year he is heavily into Minecraft. So I was just looking and I spotted this out the corner of my eye. I don't know much about Minecraft, only the fact that it's a computer game now. Yeah, a computer game. I think you play on the Xbox, PlayStation, I think. He's nuts about it. So I saw this, and it's because he said something at the dinner table, and I thought he was calling his granddad by his name. And I was like, is Grandad to you? And they're like, no, him and Benjamin were laughing their heads off because they've been talking about this character. And so this is a character called Steve. It's called something else. I think there's Chicken Juckin. I don't know. But this is the character. So I thought, and this is the designer. Yeah, this is the designer. And if you go on, she's got loads of patterns. This is over 50 patterns. So I'm going to go back on and have a look. Look at all these. Oh my word, is this pattern wonderful. It is so well written. There's photographs throughout. She shows you where to put your needle, where to change your yarn, everything. I've loved it, absolutely loved it. So would you like to see how far I've got? My husband thinks this is hilarious. And I'm using Scheepjes Soft Fun. And here he is. I think he's attached. Who am I? So I think Fred's going to absolutely love him. I don't think on one, it's this arm, I don't think it's as square as it should be. They're supposed to represent blocks. So I've just started on his face, so I'm doing his beard. Oh my word. So you kind of stuff him as you go. So you start off with his feet, obviously his jeans. I don't know what his true colours are because I've looked at various things. We've bought Fred something and I don't think there's all these blocks for his birthday that you put all together. But even the colours look different. So I think once Fred sees this, he's going to love it. But I'm really proud of myself. I'm like, oh my word, oh my word. So that's got to be finished for next Monday to gift him. And then I thought, right, okay. So I've printed this one off as well, and this is, I think most people would know that is a Minecraft. I don't know what it is, don't know, but yeah, even I could recognise it. It's a Minecraft creeper inspired crochet plush pattern. So I have the colours for that. I don't know whether it's going to be as well. That's the pattern that was. I think I've taken it and put it on a piece of paper, and yeah, so I have written to the lady and just said I think it would be. I think it's like £3 something. But I think if you're going to have a pattern, you need a photograph so you know what you're working to. So we will see. So there we are. That's all my projects. Let me just bend down again, I'm sorry. And I have some sewing to share with you as well. I belong to a quilt group. Get yourself together, Karen. And we have speakers come in through the year, and we can have different projects and things that we work on. So we were very lucky to be able to have a lady called Jenny Raymond in, who is going to have a stand at the Quilt Festival, and she is, now I wrote it down, a fabric manipulator and origami. So she calls it like twists and twiddles. Oh my word, it's amazing. So I bought a couple of books when she came. If I can show you. So these are the kind of things that she does. The books are very, very dated, without being rude, she said that herself. But it's looking at the effect of things that you could make through manipulating fabric. And she's got, these are bowls that you can kind of make, like vases, which they would be lovely. I think you have something like bosal in them. See if I can find something. Let's try this one. Right, I think that's slightly different. This is the trees, so you can manipulate like the background. So these are some quilts where the blocks, you can manipulate all of those. Let me see if I can find something. So here, twirling pinwheel. So you can do something like that. And there was a cushion. I don't know if the cushion was in here. Absolutely fascinating lady. Oh my word, did she work us hard? No, we'd never been so quiet. These are all self-published as well. So it'll be things like this. You fold your fabric kind of like that. So we're doing something this year that we are having, some people have volunteered to do like a quilt block, so they can provide stuff. So if you just want to have the experience of making something, you can have the materials given to you and then hand it back in, and it will become like a quilt for Linus. So we had the instructions to bring a 12.5-inch square in a solid colour or a contrast colour. Then for your main fabric, 4 12.5-inch squares that are going to form the front folds, 4 3.5-inch squares, and 4 2.5 by 14.4. That's like the sashing for the border. So this is what I've been doing. I've just been doing a bit of hand stitching. I haven't touched it for a little while. So this was this is roughly 12.5 inches. So these pieces here were 12.5 inches, and you have folded them and secured them, and then these are your corner pieces. You just that's sewn down now. This is like you've pulled this back to reveal your contrast fabric. So I need to come here. I just need to watch the pins so I don't stick my fingers in, which I think is really lovely. So I just need, I can see now looking at that, I could have done with going up a bit more, but never mind. It's my first piece, and it's really interesting that you can just manipulate all of this. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with it, whether it be a cushion, whether it be a bag, but just the process of exposing like this fabric underneath and folding it all back. So I will continue with this and come back and share with you what I've made it into. But I really, really like it. And then the second piece of work, which I've come to a standstill, and I'm going to meet a friend on Friday. I'm going to take this with me, and then hopefully she will give me some tips. Her work is amazing, and I've spoken about it before. I should have brought the pattern up. Look at this. How cute is this? How cute is this? So it's a plique work. So you cut your shapes out and put it onto the bonding, and then you're able to iron it and stick it on here, and then you can embellish it as you would like. So it's all like I've cut it out, stuck it on, and my friend, she's able to go round her sewing machine and do like a blanket stitch. And her other friend who sort of got her into it, they've done a couple of quilts, both of them, they're beautiful, beautiful. She's hand stitched it, and she showed me how to do it. Now, if I turn this round, you'll be able to see that I've had a go on the sewing machine, and you can see, I think that's acceptable. Blanket stitch, but you can't see it on here. But I'm just wondering if you can't see it, because it's black, whether I should have been brave enough and perhaps had a go of the pink. So can you see just there a little bit? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and see, and I might just go over it and hand stitch it, maybe even perhaps I should have done it in the pink. And this is going to be something for my mum's friend, who is very good to her. She lives over the road, my mum's neighbours. And then you can just embellish it with whatever you want. So obviously I've got to do the eyes and the whiskers, and the same for baby mouse. Oh, it's so cute. I just love it. I just love it. So they're two really lovely projects. I've yet to sort my quilts out. They're sorted into a pile, but I've got a couple more under the dining room table that I want to get out. And last year, you know, I've got all these plans, I've got all these weeks and everything, and then unfortunately that hideous thing that happened in Southport last year just put pay to everything. My mood completely changed. So there we are. But I have a knitting project once I finish these I would like to do, and it's for Chunky Benji. Now, one of my lovely subscribers said I don't have the mark up the back. This is where I just go changing the round, and I literally turned him round because I didn't want that mark all the way up. So I don't know whether that's right or that's wrong. Yeah, there he is. Laura's after it for Benjamin, but and she's asked a couple of times, like, yeah, no love, it's mine. And he's really lovely. He's a bit cold, so he needs, let's put him down there. he needs a little jumper. So that's his jumper, his sweater, his jumper that I've bought. And they're the colours. I'm not sure whether I've shown you this or not. So it's going to be in that plummy colour with the grey going through. So this is called, oh, I don't know, I can't pronounce that. You see that? And then the stripe is going to be the grey. Smoky Quartz. Smoky Quartz. So I'm looking forward to casting that on. Just, oh. Right, I do have some, and I do have something else in mind, but I have to check my yarn quantities, and this has only jumped out with this morning while I put my summer tea in this little basket. I bought this. I think I bought it at Yarn Day a couple of years ago. And it's just beautiful, just beautiful. And I was just looking because both Fred and Benjamin love gingerbread men. And it says the requirements are 100 grams of special Starcraft Special Chunky in mocha. Wow. I have a whole ball of this left. So I know it'll be a pale gingerbread man. And I have, oops, this much left. So I'm wondering if, dropping everywhere, if I could get a gingerbread man out of that, and how great would that be? I do actually have a ball of chunky off-white, which I was going to give away, and I could probably find something and hold that double. Yeah, really like it. So that's something else that's on my periphery. And then I've had some incoming goodies. I was watching Sandy by the lakeside, and she was showing a lovely project, and she showed this jigsaw. And as you know, I have got into my jigsaws this year. Look at this. Oh my word. And it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I am going to start that, I think, at the weekend, and it's a beautiful, yeah, I keep looking at it and finding different bits. And I watched this morning and she's finished hers, but yes, I'm going to have a go. So that will be really nice, and then I'll pass it on to Laura, who when I showed her was like, oh wow Mum, I love this. So I've been waiting. I finished Rosa Parks, and I was waiting to see when my doll subscription would come to see who it would be. And as many of you know, I'm a mad Jane Austen fan, and I thought that it might have been at the beginning of the year in March, but it wasn't. I thought surely it's got to be in July. If it isn't, I'm going to be so disappointed. But look, ta-da! It's arrived. Oh my word, isn't she beautiful? Wow. Oh, I love her. Absolutely love her. And yeah, they've knocked that out of the box. So that is definitely going to be, I don't know, what do you say? You don't say cast on. Is it hooked on? It's going to be on my hook this weekend. I think that's where I'm up. Oh, let me just do a bit of housekeeping. I have a basket, a tower, which my daughter purchased for me. We thought it was going to be metal, but it turned out to be plastic, but it's okay. And it sort of sits in the corner of the kitchen, and it's supposed to keep my projects tidy. So I have found my leftovers that I couldn't find last time, and it was because I put it away. So I'll just give you some details. Right, so for my first colour, this is the yarn that's from Super Effective Fibres. This is Epic Power. So this was this yarn for this shawl, my first colour. I've got 20 grams left. So that's quite a big shawl, so that was good. And then for Kiss, my second colour, I've got 12 grams left, so that's good as well. So that's accounted for. And then for my Alpine Blue, let me just see. Right, okay. I'll do the contrast. The contrast, I've got 63 grams left, and this is spruce. So this is going to help me in my journey for working out how many skeins of yarn I need to buy to make myself something. And this is from Ducky Darling's yarns. One of these balls, which I think this is ball, so I used a whole skein of yarn. For ball 2 I used 57 grams, and ball 3 I used 68 grams, so I still got quite a lot left. So I think actually I could get a top out of 2 skeins. So that knowledge is really, that information is really good for me on my journey for garment knitting. So that's that too. And I think I said that I bought it at Yarndale last year. I didn't. I bought it at Blackpool. And I've been really good with my projects and what I've been working on. And I've been thinking about this because we have Yarndale coming up in a couple of months. And I think I'm going to do the same process as well, because I'm not on a yarn ban. I want to use from a stash, but also I need to have a good idea of what I'm looking for as well. So let's have a look at what I've got left. Yes, I've got one skein missing, so I hope Laura hasn't loved it. But I think this is going to be my next crochet cast on. So this is Attic Spin Dye, and this is called Montague the Chameleon. Oh, and I saw this made up, and it's in this shawl. And the shawl is by Carmen Hefferon, and it was just beautiful. It's just so light and airy. So I'm going to have a go at that. And I've only ever crocheted one shawl before, and that was as a test crochet for Alex from My Yarny Corner, and it was the autumn leaves, autumn vibes, and I love it. And it's, is it there? Yes, it's here. And this is made with Bird Street yarn. And I said, oh, can I test it for you, but can I be like a secret tester, because I don't know whether I can do it. Oh my word, I did it in a week. Look at that. It's one of my favourite shawls. So that's that. Then, so I have this. I'm enjoying the lace so much. I've got the dark green. I think that's the next thing I'm going to cast on, the dark green one. But this is the lace as well, and it's by Angela Gardner. And I definitely want to cast it on. And even if I don't have it finished for Yarndale, I want to be able to take a picture to show her. It's absolutely beautiful. And I have the pattern to go with that. No, that's the wrong bag. And then my surprise, let's just say this is Blackpool Dusk, and it's by Penny Stitch Craft, and it's called Blackpool Dusk. I think I just said that. And it's just beautiful, and I loved it, and I thought, right, I'm going to get it. And then I bought the pattern. Oh, no, you could get a free pattern from, oh my word, oh how embarrassing is that, I forgot the lady's name, and she's got the most beautiful patterns, but it's called the Imperial Cow. And when I saw that pattern, I was like, right, okay, I want to do it, but I didn't realise it was double DK, and I'd already bought this thinking I could make it. So when I was at not Yarndale, at Knitting in Public Day, I managed to pick up another skein. This one has got a sparkle in it, but I'm still going to put them together. Aren't they lovely? So I'm going to have a go at that. And then, yes. So I've made 2 recent purchases. So this is from Penny again, and this is called Pastel Pride Knit Outside. Oh my word. So Laura and I have both got a skein, and I think they're just going to be a beautiful pair of socks. Beautiful. So I have that. And then Claire from Squirrel and Dune was there. And I was like, I'm trying to be so good. I'm trying to be so good. And no, I said, I'm going to give in. I said, because I've seen a skein of yarn and I want it. Well, I wanted 2 skeins because I think I'd finished the yoke on my Alpine Bloom. And I went in and it was the most beautiful yarn, and it was called Wesley Wisteria. Somebody bought it. I was like, out to see Claire, and I was like, I can't believe somebody's bought that yarn I want. She's like, have you got any more? She's like, no. I was like, oh my word, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? She goes, I think there's another one in there. So she came through, and this is DK. So I don't quite know what I'm going to do with that. But I said, yes, I need to have it. I need to have it. And I was like, oh my word, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So this was my second choice. Are You With Me? Isn't it beautiful? So this is 4-ply. Really lovely. So I'm thinking of making another Alpine Bloom, but putting my last skein in from the Discreet Unicorn, and it's called Pondweed. What do you think? I don't know. I really like it, do really like it, and that's totally different from me. So we will see. We will see. Watch this space, as they say. So that's my Blackpool yarn. I've still got my Jane Austen yarn from Little Rycag, and I think that's going to be an August cast on the 1st of August. I've got a few like patterns, but I might do a Versities Unite. I've seen that and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Right, I'll finish off quickly. I've got a few podcasts. I went through a phase where I wasn't watching them, wasn't drinking tea, but I think I'm back to normal now. I can drink a cup of tea. So yeah, that's a good baseline for me. I found this lady the other day. She's done 5 podcasts. She's English, but I've only watched episode 5, so I'm going to go back and I've got 4 to watch. So that's always nice, isn't it? When you find somebody like, oh, what's her back catalogue like? So she's called Hooked and Happy Podcast. So she knits and crochets, and she sits on this couch, and she's got some beautiful like crochet blankets. So yeah, that would be lovely. Then I found one just yesterday. Oh my word, and she is a knitter, and I think she's going to be a bit of a designer. She's got a first design, and she is in America. She's in I want to say Wisconsin's, but I don't think it is. It's somewhere beginning with M, and it's not Maine. Oh, forgive me, please forgive me. And she's called, I think it's Noni Knits and Reads, and it's going to be a podcast about knitting and reading, and she sits in front of a bookcase. It's my cup of tea completely. So Noni or Noni is Noni. I'll put all this information down in the show notes. And then Crochet Object. Oh my word, I just love her. And my husband has actually started, he said, if there's a new one, we'll watch it while we're having our lunch or we're having our dinner. He stayed in the kibbutz for about 6 months when he was a young man, and really enjoyed his experience, and we'll talk about this every so often. So he's really interested in obviously the situation that they're in over there, and it is for both of us to watch her and what she is able to share with us. It is really sad, but the strength in the woman and her family, and the way that they try and keep to some normality and keep themselves on an even keel. But she's changed her YouTube name to M Days Moana, I think she's called. Yeah, she's lovely. I just love all her vibes. But her patterns are all going to be still Crochet Object, and she has released this beautiful pattern which is like a cape, and I'd really like to have a go at it. It's a crochet cape, but it's got 2 crochet so far, and then it's got broken up with a line of crochet, but like a contrast, and then another line broken again, and then another line. And I used to love watching, when I was like I don't know, young girl, teenager, on a Saturday, when we used to have films on a Saturday, you know, the black and white movies, and we'd have the Hollywood movies, and they'd all be in these beautiful outfits and be swanning around and floating and all this kind of thing. And they would perhaps get out of bed and would have a bed jacket on, and that's what I would like. So I'm thinking that sure is like I don't know how practical it would be, but that would be a really good thing for me to have. Maybe not necessarily in bed, but you know, like I wear this long nightie. You have this vision in your head now. I've got 2 or 3, and it just means I can put it on. I'm decent. I'm covered, and it's just comfy. And I could I just need something. Sometimes I'll have a cardigan or a jumper over in the winter, with my handmade socks. Oh my word, I'm not doing myself any favours, am I? But I just want to be cosy. I just thought, oh, would that be lovely? So I'm just waiting for the pattern to be released, and then I can see what the fibre is that she's made it from. And then there's lovely Stephanie from Stephanie Mitchard. She crochets and vlogs, and I only found her a little while ago. It was just before. Week before Knitting Public Day, but she'd been to Alpaca in Liverpool, which I've not been since pre-COVID, and so I was like, oh, I'll have a look at this. Oh, she's lovely. And we met and had a chat. Oh my word, yeah, she is lovely. She's so infectious, and so she's a Scouser. She interviewed Michaela at Modern Yards. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So go and have a look at Stephanie. And then I've just found this lady, and it's called Love from Liz. So she's Scottish, but she's moved to Cornwall. And she unfortunately has some health issues, but she still tries to craft. She's a sewer mainly. She does knit beautiful, oh my word, beautiful things that she has knitted. But she has like a 1950s, 1960s vibe. Let me just get a sip of water. So yeah, she's amazing. So she's really interesting to go and watch, and she talks you through how, like, she's not, how she has to approach a project when she can only craft in snippets of time. So yeah, absolutely love her. So she's got, oh my word, the most amazing, like, vibrant red hair that I would love to dye my hair that colour, and she has it in rollers, and she has this bun up, and she wears, oh yeah, just vintage clothes. Love it, absolutely love it. So yes, I would certainly recommend that. Then I've got some book recommendations. I've really done some reading. I think when I was going through that phase where I was a bit like, I've still not been out on my bike. So thank you for your well messages for that. And yeah, it's just one of those things. Hopefully maybe next week I might go. I've tried to do some exercise this week, but it's yeah, my knee's not liking the squats and lunges, but we'll see. Right, I have read Tessa Hadley, Accidents in the Home. So this is a story about two friends. They've been friends for they're grown women now. One's in a relationship. Yeah, she's married, she's settled, got children. The other isn't, and they kind of both look at each other's relationship and perhaps want a bit of the other one's life. Everything is fine. They don't live in each other's pockets, but see each other now and again. And when Helly introduces Claire to her boyfriend, that's when there's a turn. Really enjoyed it. So that's worth reading. That's the second one that I've read from Tessa Hadley. Don't think I showed you that. And then this one here, oh my word, I just absolutely love this. And this is Dream Count, and it's by Chimamanda. I think I won't butcher the name. And this is a story of follows the lives of 3 different women, and it starts off just as COVID is starting. And as I was reading it, I was like, oh my word, I'd forgotten all about that. How could we forget something that was so monumental? And it's how their lives are interweaved and how they are still governed by sort of their heritage. Yeah, really, really good. So would recommend that. And then I've got another book that I've just finished. Now, I want to be very careful what I say here because I don't want to offend anybody. But I seem to, and I don't quite know how to describe this apart from, I can't remember what no, not an anagram, letters are, but I've stumbled into gay fiction, which is absolutely fine. I haven't got a problem with that, but I didn't realise what I was reading. So when I showed you the book with a guy, I'll just put it here. Yeah, there was a little bit in there. I was a bit like, oh, okay. But I love the book. And this one here, this one is called, oh my word, it's just lovely. It's just come out, and it's called The Safe Keep, and it's by, oh my word, I've got another book as well. Yeah, The Safe Keep, and I think it's a French author. And this is, it's 15 years after the Second World War. So I love this time period. It's where everything has changed really, and people still humper back to what they call the good old days. So it's 15 years after the Second World War, and Isabel has built herself a solitary life of discipline and strict routine in her late mother's country home, with not a fork out of place. But all is upended when her brother Louis delivers his graceless new girlfriend, Eva, at Isabel's doorstep, as a guest, there to stay for the season. So in the sweltering heat of summer, Isabel's desperate need for control reaches boiling point. What happens between the two women leads to a revelation that threatens to unravel all she has ever known. Oh my word, it's an absolutely beautiful book, beautifully written. There are a couple of explicit scenes, I'll warn you now, just in case that isn't your cup of tea. But yeah, lovely, absolutely lovely. So yes, I did enjoy that. And then I'm just reading 2 books now. I'll save the other book till later. This is when we went to the bookshop in Crosby. That was one of the books I bought, and this was the last book I bought. And I had seen this on Instagram with rave reviews, and I was like, oh, what's all this fuss about? And they were just saying what a good storyteller this person is. And they've written quite a few. This was long listed, I think, for the Booker Prize. Where's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think this is the 14th book. This is it. Can you see? And it's called There Are Rivers in the Sky. And it's, yeah, I've only read, started it, was it yesterday? 77 pages. In Victorian London, an extraordinary child is born at the edge of the dirt black Thames. When his brilliant memory earns him a spot as an apprentice at a printing press, the world opens up far beyond the slums and across the seas. In 2014 in Turkey, Narin, a Yazidi girl living by the River Tigris, waits to be baptised. The ceremony is crudely interrupted, and soon she and her grandmother must journey across war-torn lands in the hope of reaching the sacred valley of their people. In 2018 in London, broken-hearted Zalika, a hydrologist, moves to a houseboat on the Thames to escape the wreckage of a marriage until an unexpected connection to her homeland changes everything. So it's these 3 stories, and they are somehow interwoven, and I love stories that are like this. So that's going to be a really amazing read. So I've met the child that's been born in London. I've met Narin, and just this morning while I was having my cup of tea, I have met Zalika, the hydrologist who is going to be moving on to this houseboat. So she's just approached. So the descriptive language is, oh, it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. And then I'm trying to read a bit during the day, and I saw this, it was on somebody's summer list, and I'm fascinated by anything to do with like certain periods of history, but the Second World War. So this is The Last Secret Agent. It's the extraordinary story of a World War II spy in her own words, and it's Pippa Latour with Judy Dobson. And this lady lived till she was 114. Oh, beg your pardon, she died. She was 102. She died in 2023. So this story was told, and she had never ever told anybody. I've already, started. So on page 27 already, literally just picked it up yesterday. So I think that's going to be really interesting. So I am looking forward to the summer and to doing some things. I might come back and just like do a little like summer ideas, summer projects kind of thing, and see how we'll get on from there. We will see. So yes, I've got plenty to keep me busy. So I just want to thank you once again for being with me, for making me welcome, for coming back. And yeah, I'm back. Plans for the summer, we've got the boys a couple of days a week, we've got all the children like on a Thursday, so we have that. We're looking forward to spending some time with them. I've just booked to go to the quilt show, so I'm going, and I'm going on my own. I'm going down on the Wednesday. It starts on the Thursday, which is the 31st of July. So I'm travelling down on the Wednesday, so I'll be there ready. I think the doors open at 10. So I will be there. And then so I'll be all day Thursday on my own, all day Friday, and then I think I'm meeting the girls from the quilt group. They're going Friday afternoon through till Sunday, I think, but I've got to come back because I've got a show to go to. I did think it was booked in Birmingham. My daughter and I were talking on cross purposes, so good job. We sorted ourselves out, and I know where I'm going and where I'm supposed to be, so I've got to come back on the Saturday. But if you see me there, please come and say hello. Somebody left me a message. Thank you very much. She thought she'd see me in booth. If you see me, just come and say hello. I might be a bit startled. I'm really shy. But yeah, it would be lovely just to put some names to faces. So if you're at the quilt show, then come and see me. And look forward to being back with you soon. So take care of yourself. Happy crafting and stay safe, my lovelies. Till next time. Bye.